Enemy in tree line, engaged with a 7.62. I am the nearest of friendly troops. Attack on my command.
At Setamone range, the Lynx is overhead, in anger. This isn't just about keeping the pilots and gunners qualified and current, it's a chance to show other soldiers how to call in fire.
Take them through CCA, which is an emergency procedure that troops out in Afghanistan would use if they come under a heavy enemy fire and they need an aircraft to come and help them out. And you don't need a qualification to do that. They do actually have forward air controllers, which will give a lot more detail and they're a lot more qualified. We'll be able to give them attack headings. This is more of a, this is me, I'm in trouble, help me out sort of thing. So we leave a lot of it up to the aircraft and they will come in and neutralise that target with 7.62.
The general-purpose machine gun rounds are replenished each time the cab lands. That's also a chance to sort out weapon freezing issues. At temperatures which can get into the -20s, oils need careful attention. Then, with the wind chill, feeling in the fingers is the first thing the aircrew lose, particularly when the need for dexterity means you trade off the warmer mittens. And deteriorating conditions keep everyone on their toes.
The weather out here can change in a heartbeat. We went flying the other day and we had over 10 k's visibility. The cloud was nice and high. We turned down a valley and literally ran into a snowstorm where we had just over, I think, a k's visibility, which made us do an avoiding turn in the valley to come straight back out again.
As you're coming into a landing, the snow recirculates and catches up with the aircraft. So as you're landing, you form a snow cloud, and it's my job in the back to let the guys in the front know what the snow cloud is doing and how it's affecting the aircraft. The last opportunity we'll shut the door so we don't get engulfed in snow, but yeah, we're normally lying down, looking at the ground and making sure we're 100% before we tell them, you know, it's good to land on.
All of us now carry what we call downbird kit. Effectively, you've got a sleeping bag in there, some extra warm kit, 24 hours worth of rations, lots of water, and effectively anything that we would need to live for probably up to about 48 hours. Although out here, you know, we'd have one of the Sea Kings from Bardufoss or one of our playmates come and get us within a couple of hours.
As it was designed for Cold War era flying, the Lynx performs better here than in the desert. But getting the helicopter off the ground is a daily struggle.
There's not been any showstoppers as yet, just some of the skid steers that we have on now, freezing to the deck, stuff like that, but nothing we can't handle.
Oh, and does that, well, that doesn't affect your lift, does it? You've got enough power to free them, have you? Or?
Yeah, well, you have to pull a bit more power to free yourself from the ice, but yeah.
You haven't had to get the spades out and get digging yet?
We do that first of all, yeah, to give it the best chance in case the undercarriage just stays on the deck and the cab lifts without it.
The Remy servicing team has taken up residence in the rock hangar at Bardufoss airfield. It's one of several caves cut into the side of a mountain by the Germans in the Second World War.
When you look in the little nooks and crannies and the cellars and stuff, it's definitely a bit creepy.
And when they're operating out in the field, the technicians need to take extra care before getting hands-on.
What's the risk if you touch the aircraft without gloves?
They say at -30, it's as effective as superglue on the skin, so yeah, it's interesting. So you don't really want to be getting stuck to the aircraft.
Sticking out in 659 Squadron are a few members of the Royal Navy.
My colleagues are all out in Afghanistan at the moment, and we were back for a replacement, so to keep us on aircraft and keep us with it more, get more experience really with going away on detachment. Me and my friend have been sent out with the Remy.
And how are you finding it? Is there a lot of banter between the Army and the Navy?
Yeah, we're pretty quiet. We're being quiet now. We're just trying to blend in, I think, to be honest, trying to stay away from it.
They say it makes them all better soldiers and sailors. Taking on the 5 days notice to move state of readiness when they get home, the squadron will now be qualified to operate hot and cold, so theoretically anything in between. Julie Knox, Forces News in the Arctic.